Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you can hear me and see me all right. I'm always like, at this bit, because I've had so many hiccups in the past where it hasn't worked. And so I've been like, oh my God, is this going to work? Can everyone hear me and see me? I'm like, fingers crossed that you can. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait, guys, because like I'm gonna cry if it's not working. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hey. Oh my God. Okay. Great. Everyone can hear and see me. This is just so wonderful. I'm like, oh, I can breathe. I can actually breathe. Right. Who have we got? We got Midnight Blue. Hello, my dear. Hope you're well. We've got Renelle from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, and I am proud of your work. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've got Daniel, hello. Hello, Laurie. We got Zoe. Hello, darling. You're right. Hello, Autumn. Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Yang. For now, yeah. No, look, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Eric, hello. We haven't seen you for a while. We've got Lynn. We've got Renelle. Paradise Kabati. Hello, guys. I'm like, thank you so much for being here. Like I never take these things for granted because I know like everyone has really busy lives. So I am really grateful for you guys to be here. Where are you guys from? Like we know we've got Tobago and Trinidad in the house. Although I wish I was over there rather than in the UK. I always say it's like living in a fridge, literally. But how has everyone's week been? Mine's been eventful and up and down. Not going to go into it, but no, it's all right. It's all good. We got Chris. We've got Digital Ninja from Redondo Beach. Amazing. Like anywhere that's just like warm. We got Eric's West Coast. Jonathan, hello. Renelle, don't worry. Ask me in a few like minutes, like in about 5-10 minutes. I will be answering questions. So if I don't answer it the first time, just kind of like just keep putting it on there. I'll look out for it. Don't worry. Yes, thank you so much, Midnight Blue. Please do hit the like button. Those of you that are not on the chat, that's absolutely fine. But if you could just press the like button, that would be amazing. As long as we get the likes, it helps with the algorithm to get the information out there. Blah, blah, blah. You guys know how it all goes. Yes, we've got Zoe, West London in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. East and West side, North and South. We've got London in the house. We've got Michigan, USA. We've got Australia. Goodness. Jay, thank you so much for being here. It must be like really early in the morning for you. Goodness. We've got Louisiana. Fia, thank you so much. She digs. We got Norway. Oh, wow, Barbara. We got Pakistan in the house. We got Greece in the house. Wow. We've literally got like nearly the whole entire world, but not. but you know what I mean. Goodness me. It must be so early for you guys in Australia and Pakistan. I know like I think you're like 5-6 hours ahead. Oh, we've got France. Hello. Bonjour, bonjour. We got west sides in the house, we've got north sides. We got Philadelphia. We got Croatia. Wow. Hello, hello, hello. We got Ohio, Netherlands. This is amazing. Like this, do you know what, guys? I say this every week. This like just blows my mind. It honestly does. Like you guys are literally from all over the world. Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you. We got Nazek from Lebanon. Hello. We got Sweden. Oh my God, this is so cool. This is actually so cool. Eight a.m. in Australia. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you. We're literally, like here, it's 9:10 in the evening in the UK. So we're literally like 13 hours ahead. So for all of you, I know that we're on different time zones. Paradise also in California, Cats into Canada. We're all on different time zones. So I just want to say that I'm so grateful for your time. And this is going to be a great live. I really hope that you can take some information from this to help you move forward in these, how do I explain it? In these awful situations, in these toxic situations. However, my friends, we're all at different stages of our healing. And I just want you to know that whichever one you are at, whichever stage you are at, don't worry. It's going to be okay and it will get better. I promise. Because honestly, even though you have had these experiences, it doesn't mean that it is the end. It's actually the beginning. It's a beautiful beginning for you. But what you have to realize is that you have to see this in a different perspective, okay? And the only way that you move forward is if you have the information. Remember, knowledge is power. So once you understand it, once you have the information, you have the understanding, and then you can move forward. That's how it all works. You know, guys. So yes, good point, Yang. Guys, whoever is watching or whoever is on the chat or whatever, guys, please do press the like button. It really helps with the algorithm and getting this information out there for those people who maybe don't follow or don't know. And this could help to get that information out there for people who are kind of struggling with this or going through this at the moment. Zoe, I just saw your comment. It's true. Worldwide family. Yes, it's the worldwide family. This is just so cute. And thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you. There must be some of you that are literally pressing those hearts. I can see it all coming up on the screen. Thank you so much for watching all your videos. Paradise Kavisi. Oh, bless you. Thank you. So today we're talking about the narcissist and their victim mentality and why they pretend to be a victim. It gets their needs met. That's ultimately why they do this. It gets their needs met. But this is what we're going to be talking about. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you, Lynn. Please, guys, please do hit the like button. So it's you, Yang, that's doing all the hearts. I thought there was people that were enjoying it. Do you know what? This tea, I know the colour's a bit like weird. It's not what you guys are thinking. It's actually marshmallow root. So I was doing some reading and actually marshmallow root is so good for you. It actually helps, you know, like to regulate your system, really helps with like the cell regeneration and organ, like your body's organs to work properly. Thank you, Sugar Buddy. It's fine. If you don't want to give heart, it's fine. It's not a problem. But thank you so much for the hearts, for the likes, for you guys being here. How many likes are we on, Yang? Can I start? I want to start. I want to talk about this. I've made notes, guys. Look, I've made notes. I've actually made notes. So there is a program that we are following. So I'm not going to be babbling on. Sometimes I know I do go off on my tangents. I do like telling my stories, and I like listening to your stories. So if any of you guys have been up to anything exciting this week, please do let me know. 67. Okay, so we're starting. Guys, please do, those of you that do join, please do press the like button. Like, I would be so grateful for that. Thank you, Laurie. I would be so happy. It would help so many people move forward because this information really helps, you know. So, geez, you know, isn't it a bit ironic? Okay, because the narcissist, okay, they pretend to be the victim. All right, they pretend to be the one that is so hard done by. And I don't know about you guys, but like, do you know, right at the beginning, when you first meet this person, you kind of think like, oh, you know, this poor person, they've been through so much. And I'm kind of saying it with like a smile on my face because actually when you think back and you know, and you think, oh my God, like I remember, you know, with so many of you saying like, oh, they used to say like, oh, they're the ones that are hard done by, like all of this has happened to me. And then you're thinking, yeah, like, you know what, you're not the victim, you're actually the perpetrator. But you see how they invert everything. You see how they, hello Steen, oh 75, this is amazing. Yeah, like they pretend to be the ones that like they're experienced all these bad things that have happened to them. They've all had these crazy exes that have tried to be so horrible. Guys, please write in the comments if you guys have experienced this, because honestly, I've heard these horror stories with them, and it's honestly that they're all like saying, oh, you know, I've been through this bad experience, like this has happened, that's happened, and you're like, when you look back on it and you're thinking, yeah, okay then, like really, okay, yeah, sure. But at the time, you don't want to like, you don't challenge this person, do you? You don't like say, oh, really? Could this person really go through so many bad things that have happened in their life? Like, has this really happened to them that many times? You just think this person has had like this, you know, run of bad luck. And then what happens is we tend to feel sorry for them, don't we? We tend to think like, oh, you know, you've had these bad things happen. You know, maybe we want to help you. It will be all right. Like, we'll make it all right. Because you know what, guys, we're such lovely people. We don't want anyone to suffer. We don't want anyone to feel bad or anything like that. So, you know, you're right, Mark. We do. We fall into this trap. That's what it is. It's a trap, isn't it? But at the time, we don't know that it is actually a trap. I've got to be careful not to move around too much, because you know what I did earlier? Like, I moved and I knocked the mic and it fell, and then it wasn't working. Like literally 10 minutes before the live started, I was doing exactly that. I was sitting here getting everything ready and I knocked the mic over, and yeah, it's not, my friend. It's I've just got to be really careful, because it probably will happen again. You know, me and my you know, misfortunes. Anyway, but it's okay. Everything's okay now. Hello, Eric Monaghan. Yeah, this is it. This is the knock trap. Yeah, that's true, Jonathan. You can't help them because they cling on to the drama. Yeah, Zoe, absolutely. A million crazy exes. Ex-wife wouldn't let him see the kids. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's the same old story. It's the same old like victim story. But you see, it's clever in a way, like if you think about it, because on one hand, you're thinking, why would someone have so much bad luck? Like, you'd think, seriously? Because you kind of like compare it, you know, like to your life, and you think to yourself, you know, yeah, bad things happen, or difficult things happen, and we try to put it right and whatever. And we kind of compare it, and we don't think like we have the same amount of drama or the chaos that the narcissist has. But it's funny. And this is what I kind of want to highlight here. It's funny because at the time when this person is telling you, you don't realize that, you don't think that, oh, this is a bit strange. Are they pretending? Are they telling the truth? Is this actually really happening? Or is this something that they're making up? But you feel for them because you think, how much bad luck can one person have? And you don't tend to like challenge it, because why would you? Why would you think that someone is lying? And why would you think that when someone is telling you all of these things that have happened to them, why would you think that they are lying and they have an agenda behind it? But this really works. Think about it, my friends. Being a victim really works because, like Zoe, what were you saying? His ex-wife wouldn't let him see the kids. This is a great cover-up, isn't it? This is a great cover-up because it makes them look like they are the ones that are innocent. So it deflects all of the like responsibility. Do you remember I talk about this in the videos, guys? Like they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. Because think about it. If you are someone that is going to take responsibility for your actions, it means that you actually have to change. You actually have to do something about it. Because you have to take responsibility. Once you've said sorry, once you've said that, like, oh, this is bad, I'm going to change the way things are, it means that you've got to take responsibility for actually wanting to change. But they don't want to do that. Why would you change? When everything is working out, why would you change? Dwayne Frederick, hello to you too. Yeah, why would you need to change? You're getting your needs met. Why change? There's no point. You have everything under control. That's how it works. So the first thing I really wanted to mention here is why victim mentality really works for the narcissist and why they will never stop. They're not going to stop this. They're going to continue to do this. And this is another thing. Actually, like think about it, going forward, when you meet new people, remember this, when you meet new people and someone comes to you, like the first or second time that you meet them with these sob stories, and that's what we're going to call them, is these sob stories. Okay, I understand that for some people, yeah, they are genuine and yeah, this really did happen. But these sob stories, when someone comes to you and they're saying them over and over again, all of these things that happened, all of these sad things that have happened to this person, like they've had this unbelievable run of bad luck. Okay, remember this, because that is what's happening here. Someone is getting you to feel sorry for them, and there is a reason why someone gets you to feel sorry for them. Think about it. If you're feeling sorry for this person, okay, if you're feeling sorry for this person, it means that you are letting your guard down, okay? Those of you that had watched over on Instagram on the stories, this is exactly what I was saying. So this is part of the manipulation, all right? It's part of the manipulation. Because when someone is telling you over and over how bad their life has been, first of all, that puts them into a state of victim mentality. So what's that saying to me is that they can't get out of being a victim. They can't see the bigger perspective, or either they don't want to, or they can't see it. Okay. So then what that does is it creates this feeling of that you want to help them. What it does is it lowers your guard down, so you become vulnerable. So this is where the narcissist realizes that actually this works. This is what I mean. Why are they going to change when this tactic is working? Why would they need to change? They're not going to change because this tactic works, and it does. Think about it. Like if you become vulnerable, you let your guard down. It means that you're going to trust this person. You're going to offer up information about you, things that they will know about you, that they can use as information or fuel against you. You'll even talk about your triggers. You'll even talk about things that you find quite difficult or challenging because you have developed trust for this person. When you let your guard down, what you're doing is you are trusting that person because you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Okay, and this is needed when you have connections with people. This is what is needed, and it's very important to be vulnerable with people, to offer up information, to talk about yourself. It's important to do that. And I know that for a lot of us, I think for a lot of us, this is the kind of the one thing that really stops us from going forward into new connections, is the ability to be able to trust another person, because we trusted the narcissist, and what's happened is that they have betrayed our trust. They have betrayed us, which makes it very difficult then to be able to trust ourselves, to be able to make new connections with new people. But my friends, this is the trick. This is the trick. It's about knowing what to look out for. And this is one thing. This is the red flag. Okay, if someone is telling you a sob story time after time after time, think about it. Why is that? Why is someone doing this? Is there an agenda behind it? Is there a reason why this person has always tended to be the victim, or always had this run of bad luck? Like, why is that? Why is this person always going through something like this? Why are other people being mean to this person? Do they deserve it? Is there something within the way that they are? You know, are they not noticing something about them? And then you make your own kind of corrections or judgments on that person. So my friends, when you start to trust these people who are really toxic, who are showing you no regard, they're talking about themselves all the time, always going through these hardships and things like that, it's part of the manipulation. When you are vulnerable and you let your guard down, all right, and you trust people, it makes you malleable. And what I mean by that, it means that if you meet a toxic person or a narcissist, all right, they're going to gaslight you. They're going to tell you lies. You're going to believe it because you have no reason to not believe them. You have no reason to think that they are lying to you. And that's the thing. You're not going to know what is the lie and what's not unless you know this person really, really well. So right at the beginning, this is where they get you, isn't it? This is where they get your trust. So a lot of you, and I know even in the last live, was saying like, how could I have not seen it? How did I not know that this person was lying to me? How did I not know that this person is narcissistic? Well, this is the reason. When someone gets you to feel a certain way about them, you fall in love with them, you know, you trust them, all right? That when someone uses that vulnerability, love, trust, okay, and they have an agenda behind it, this is what they're going to do. They can't give this back to you, so they're going to use it against you. And it's true. That's what everyone does think that at first. Paradise says, oh my God, Anushka, he would ask about myself, love language, and just to hook me in, but I mistook it as genuine interest. And that's a really good point, Paradise. Yeah, we do mistake it for genuine interest. We do think that this person, you know, genuinely is interested in you and really wants to get to know you right at the beginning. And these stages are crucial. This is why I always say, my friends, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush this. And I know for a lot of us, we're feeling lonely or we don't like being alone. All right. But this isn't a reason for us to kind of make these wrong connections with other people or with new people who are toxic. It's very, very important that we take our time, take a step back, watch this person, observe them. What does their energy feel like? What do they feel like around you? Because look, we do mistake it for genuine interest. And, you know, there's a fine line between between this all, and it's really hard to put into words, honestly. Like a lot of people say like, oh, you can spot a narcissist in 5 minutes. No, you can't. You're not going to. And that's the thing, my friends. And I'm not saying this to kind of put a downer on things. I'm not at all, because it's not always easy. You know, the way that you're going to know if someone is a narcissist or what they are like, okay, is you're going to have to spend time with this person. You have to. You're not going to know straight away. You're not even going to know the first time you meet this person. Yeah, you might notice after a few times that something is off. And then you're going to start looking for the clues. And once you start looking for the clues, you're already aware. So that's when you're like, right, there's something not quite right about this person. They're toxic. They're like this. And that's what I mean. No one can tell straight away. Honestly, I know that there's these videos and then there's so much information out there, but you're not going to know. You're not going to know straight away. How can you tell when you look at someone whether they're a narcissist or not? Sure, yes, their eyes will give it away because they've got dark eyes that like stare into nothing. But then you're going to doubt yourself and think, no, maybe I'm being too harsh on this person. Maybe I'm being like this. And that's what I mean. You've got to spend time with these people to really understand and know what they are like. Michelle says, oh gosh, sorry, that's gone up again. They know like to talk and what they use against you. Yeah, they do. They do know what to use against you because they are very refined in this. And it's true, this is the manipulation. They know what to look out for because you see, this is what they do. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, what they do, and I've said this time and time again, but what they do is they'll sit back and they'll watch you. They'll ask you all the questions. Most of the time, when they are around you, they're going to ask you all of the questions because they want to see how you'll answer. And you're right, Yang. Yeah, we have to start looking at patterns, people's behavior. It's not about what they're saying. It's about the way that they're acting. Remember, actions never lie. Behavior never lies. Behavior is a representation or a mirror of what the person thinks. Yeah? Remember that, guys. So, I've lost my trail of thought. I've lost my trail of thought. This is not good. Oh, no. Can someone help? What was I saying before I said that? Hold on a minute. What was I saying? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so we mistake it for interest. That's it. So that's what they're doing. Thank you so much, Paradise. I really appreciate that. So when you're meeting someone, all right. Sorry, I was talking about the narcissist. They will ask all the questions. Thank you, Paradise, again. Oh my gosh. So they're going to be asking you all the questions because they want to know what your answers are. Okay, and so they are going to be watching you. They're going to be watching your facial expressions, your body language, okay? And they're going to be studying that. They're also going to be able to figure out what your triggers are. With these specific questions that they ask, they're going to be trying to figure out what your triggers are. And this is very, very important for the narcissist to figure out what your actual triggers are because once they know that, that's the golden nuggets of information. They use that against you. Okay? This has been done throughout the ages. All right? This has been done throughout the ages, meaning Nazis used to do this when they were interrogating their victims. Okay, so this is how you understand the psychology of a person, all right? Is they try to understand what presses your buttons, because then it's very easier then to get this person to conform. You become malleable and easy to read. And when they have this information, this is how they manipulate you. When a narcissist, all right, whether it's male or female, are in victim mentality or victim mode, what happens is it lessens their threat on another, meaning it lessens their threat on you. So it means you don't see this person as a threat, which means, again, you let your guard down, which means that you offer up this information more freely, more easier. And that's another way that they get in and they are able to control, they are able to manipulate. Remember, they are reading your every action, your every facial expression. This is why sometimes I kind of say to my clients, like when you're meeting someone for the first time and you're not quite sure about this person, don't over exaggerate any movements. Don't over exaggerate any answers. You're not too sure about them. Just give them one worded answers and kind of have more of a blank kind of canvas or blank facial expressions. I know that for some of us, that is quite difficult, including myself, because I'm very, as you all know, I do express myself with my hands, with my face. You can tell how I'm feeling. I know I'm very, I do have very expression, on my face, on my arms, you can tell. So when, for example, if I was to go and meet someone and I wasn't quite sure, I'd have more of a blank expression. I'd probably sit up straight, probably sit on my hands. Yeah, I would do that so that this person wouldn't know how or what I am thinking. Also, another way of thinking about it is treat it more like a business interaction. Again, it's very like no emotions. You've got this wall up because it will really help so that this person can't read you. And that's how narcissists do it. That's how people read you. Okay, it's the way that you behave, the way that you answer, the language that you choose as well. This is all very important. Oh, Ian, I'm sorry, this happened to you as well. They play the perfect loving lady, loving, caring gentleman. No, you're absolutely right. And this is what they do. It's so that it lowers your guard. High conflict is a challenge. Yes, Eric, that's right. Reynolds says, I was told the same thing of her troubled childhood and always seeking her father's approval. Do you know what, Reynolds? That probably was true. That probably sounds to me like that was a true thing. Yeah, but they're not going to admit any more than that. I think it's just going to say that. Barbara says, I have a question. Do they tell your secrets like fantasies to your family members? I probably wouldn't put it past them, Barbara. I probably wouldn't, because again, the only thing is, the reasons why they would tell secrets to your family is to put you down, or if it makes you look like an idiot, or not, sorry, politically correct. If it makes you look worse than them, then yeah, they're going to do it, because this is all one-upmanship. This is always like about them painting a better picture of themselves. Like they're going to do that so that they look better. Michael says, I did a blank expression and my then wife tried to fight me out of rage that I would not react. There you go, Michael. There we go. Bless you that you had to go through that. But honestly, guys, blank. If you find yourself that you're in a really like, I don't know, uncomfortable position or situation with someone, just blank so that they can't read you. That's how that person is not going to read you. You think about it. This is how narcissists do it as well. Okay, they're just blank. Okay, so you can't read them sometimes. This will really help. Like when you're meeting someone new, like, and you're not too sure about them. Hello, Lady Virgo. Seems a lot on here who were fed that I had an abusive childhood. Yeah, Ian, I think that's that's what they do, don't they? Arguing with a narcissist is like getting arrested. Yeah, very good point. Yang, these are great slogans for t-shirts. I know I say this every live. Everything you say can and will be used against you. So true. For leverage as well, even with proof. Yeah. Absolutely, Renault and Stephen. Lady Virgo says, smearing me on Facebook. Apparently, my daughter told me he's the cheater, deceiver. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Of course, Lady Virgo. I'm so sorry that you are going through this. But of course, they're going to be making you out to be the worst person in the world. And the best way, and I know this is not easy. I'm going to come back to you, Lady Virgo. Oxford, bless you. Thank you so much for your donation. Of course, sorry I'm late making a grand entrance like a narc. You're not. Oh my God. My agoraphobia is really bad. Don't want to be outside or around anyone else's energy. Okay, So we all go through these fluctuations, Oxford. So all I would say to you is don't worry, all right? It will pass, and know that you are not your thoughts. Remember, our thoughts do get the better of us, and they do make us feel stuck in thinking a certain way of thinking. We get stuck, like we see things in one way. And this is our fear-based mentality. And I know something a little bit about that. But, the only reason why I'm saying that is because I completely understand. We all make up these scenarios and these narratives in our mind, okay, because we think that it's right at that time. But we've got to understand, all right, that we are stuck in this fear-based mentality, all right? We are stuck in fear. And we know that our fear is not rational and it's not real. It's sometimes we're scared. And that's what it is. You feel scared, you feel upset, you feel like you're stuck in this moment, in this situation. But all I'm going to say to you, Oxford, is it will pass. It's just where you are in this process right now. With anxiety or anxiety type things that you're feeling, it's kind of like exposure therapy. You have to kind of do it, because it's the only thing that's going to get you out of that mentality. So what I would suggest is open the window, stick your hand out. Even if it's raining, Oxford, even if it's raining, stick your hand out. Then once your hand gets comfortable outside of that window, stick your head out. Just outside the window. No one's going to get you. It's going to be fine. Just have a look around. Breathe that fresh air, even if it's raining, because it will help. I promise. It will help. And then perhaps maybe you could open the door, maybe to your backyard, and just one step at a time. You've got to do it slowly. Okay. So I hope this helps. Lady Virgo, bless you. Thank you. Sorry, I had to kind of answer that one. So Lady Virgo. Okay. So, with the smearing campaign, right? This is their tactic. They love to do this. They've got to put you down. Think about it. None of it is real. None of it is real. And the reason why they're putting you down, okay, is because for whatever reason, they've got to feel better about themselves. Okay, so they've got to put you down to feel better about themselves. Now you've got to think to yourself, what kind of a person does this? Like, why would you need to put someone else down? Why would you need to lie about somebody else? Where will it get you? For a narcissist, it will get them everywhere, because they can't face themselves. They can't face the truth. They know what they have done. So the only way that they get out of it is by deflecting and by lying. Whatever that person is saying, okay, are lies, because that's not you. And you can't believe it, all right? Ultimately, what they're trying to do is they're trying to smear your name, put your name through the mud. They're trying to, it's almost as if they're trying to destroy you. But you can't be destroyed. Overlook this, okay? And know that you are stronger than that, okay? I know it's not pleasant when it is happening, and I know it's really hurtful. Don't look on Facebook for a little bit, or block this person, because honestly, this is kid stuff. I mean, this is what kids do at school. They call each other names, isn't it? This is like, seriously, and they're probably like grown adults, right? It's immature behavior. So ultimately what it's doing is it's getting the needs met for the narcissist. They've got to make sure that everybody knows what an awful person you are, but you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what they do. Luke says, what caused the covert female introvert narcissist to be the way they are? Well, there's a few reasons why someone going on. I just got a notification saying that I am disconnected. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. You're welcome, Oxford. You're absolutely welcome. What was I saying? Oh dear. Sorry, I just saw this notification pop up that like I'm being disconnected. I'm like, no. Luke, sorry. Yes. What caused the covert female introvert narcissist to be the way they are? So there's a few things. Okay. It's to do with their upbringing, and what they do is from a covert female, it probably says to me that they probably use people to make them feel better by putting someone else down, but in a really covert and nasty way. The fact that they are introverted means that they are not going to draw attention to themselves. So their way of drawing fuel from people is going to be very different from someone who is wanting a lot of attention, or someone who is Sorry. Yeah, so they're going to be looking for a lot of attention from that person, but in different ways. So they're going to be looking for covert ways to get information. But ultimately, if you're a covert introvert narcissist, that is your childhood. Right. Oh, sorry. Renee Roca, thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for your lovely donation and your lovely message. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, am I really blurry again? Okay, thank you, Stephen. Thanks, guys. Thank you for your understanding. Honestly, I am not, as Yang will know, he'll laugh at me for saying this, but I'm really not tech savvy. So I kind of rely on Yang to be able to do this. But yeah, like, oh my God, I think yes, absolutely. Like, I'm not very good at this. So I'm trying. So I'm really sorry, and thank you for your patience. Okay, thanks, Yang. Right. So the next one on the list, on my notes. Right, let's get comfortable. Hopefully I won't knock this mic over. Okay, so there is the attention and the validation. Okay, ultimately they are looking for this validation. That's ultimately what all of this is about. It's about getting the validation that actually they are okay. That actually, you know what? That they have all of their ducks in a row. I was about to say they've all got their S in order, but I stopped myself from swearing there. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. Anyway, right. Jokes aside. Right. So they need validation. Right. They're going to do whatever they can to get it. Ultimately, that's what they are looking for, guys. You know what? It is attention. You know, for a lot of them, you've got to understand, right? You've got to understand why this person needs a lot of validation. All right. Think about it. Like when they go, their childhood was so bad. Okay. It was so bad. All right. No, they didn't get noticed. Ultimately, they didn't get noticed. They weren't allowed to be themselves. So what they are doing, I know, guys, you make me laugh. Sorry, I'm trying to make this like flow, and I'm trying to say this in a way that everyone will understand. And I know I've got to not swear. I've got to keep this very politically correct. Okay, so yeah. So look, when they were kids, all right, their parents didn't really notice them, or they noticed them too much. So this person could not be who they wanted to be. So ultimately, they haven't developed a sense of self, which is why they're always looking around for people to notice them. It's like, hey, notice me, look at me. It's because they did not get this, they did not get this in childhood. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm just thinking, no, I can't swear, guys. I cannot. I can't. I'm not allowed. I've got to be professional. But you guys are my friends as well, so I'm trying to get this party started. Anyway, so this is why it's from childhood. So they're going to be looking for others to do this for them. Think about it. When you've got unmet needs from childhood, this is going to follow you into adulthood, and that's basically. That's what happens. That's why they do it. And the attention, for those that are very extroverted, they want this, okay? They want this, okay? They want everyone to notice them. They want people to worship them. That's what they do, okay? They want people to go like, yeah, I see you. You're amazing. It's almost as they want like this celebrity status. They never got it. They never got it. So these unmet needs, okay, that you have as a child will follow you into adulthood. All right. They're constantly looking. All right. They're lost. Okay. They haven't found their place. They're lost within themselves. They don't know who they are. So this is why they're looking for other people to tell them this so that they can, I was about to say they can feel it, but they don't, so that they can hear it and that other people think that of them. Because that also is validation for them. So if they are victims, right, if they are in victim mentality, when someone's saying to you like, oh, I'm really so sad this has happened to you, or how can I help you? Can I do anything to help you? Can I help with this or that? Or, you know what, come over. Like, I've cooked this for you. I've done this for you. This is what they want. This is what they want to hear. All right. So when they've got that, that's the attention. That's the attention that I'm talking about. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting people to just make them feel good. Because they can't do this for themselves. And this is called, in psychology, right? In psychology, this is called an external locus of control. This is when someone, okay, is wanting attention and validation from people outside of themselves. They can't self-soothe. They can't do this for themselves. They can't regulate their emotions, which is why they're always making these scenes, okay? These scenes to someone to pay attention to them. You'll notice this also in other disorders as well, not just in narcissism. Like I remember when I was, I'll give you an example, because I think if I give you the example, you'll know what I mean. It's a real life example. So back in the day, my friends, back in the day, when I was working in the low secure mental health hospital, I was studying my master's at the time. Oh, Laurie, thank you, my dear. Thank you for so many years that you've helped me and helped me. You are a blessing. Laurie, my dear, I'm so glad to hear that I have helped you. And I'm so glad that you are doing really well and that this work has helped you. You're amazing too. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Yeah. So when I worked at the low secure mental health hospital, I was doing my master's in clinical psychology at the time. All right. And this was my first rodeo. This was my first time working in a mental health unit with quite dire disorders. So people were like, they had schizophrenia, they had eating disorders, they had personality disorders, like borderline, emotionally unstable, mixed in with narcissism. So I really didn't know what I was getting myself in for, because like this was the first time that I'd worked with, you know, like Axis 1 disorders. Thank you, Oxford. Eileen, amazing. I'm so glad I'm helping you go no contact. Please stay no contact. I beg you, please. Please, please, please. You can do this. You can do this. Those of you, all right, my friends, help Eileen out. Those of you who have already gone no contact and are on the other side of it and know how helpful this is, please put it in the chat. Please help Eileen to stay no contact. My dear, I know this isn't easy, but you can do this. I know you can do this. All right. So I had no clue. Like I had no idea. So when I was doing my postgraduate diploma, it wasn't a certificate, it was a diploma. When I was doing my diploma, we didn't have to do a placement, so I didn't understand it, and I didn't have to work with mental health in terms like that, because it was more of applied psychology that I was doing, so it was more kind of research based. This one was more clinical, and so I had to go on a placement. So this was the first time that I'd worked in this kind of unit. I ended up staying there for 3 years. But anyway, right. I had no clue. I didn't know. So when it came to like medication time, oh, that's when the circus and that's when the fireworks started. Oh my God. So they would have to have it registered to their name. You know, and they were brought their medication. Oh, so they used to take the packet, they used to throw it, or they used to take the medication and like literally throw it, chuck it. Everyone, like, it was literally a known thing that they wouldn't take it. Some would have to get an injection because of actually this. I remember how many of them used to smash up their rooms, and you'd have to end up being there like for an hour or two. I didn't get involved in the restraining because there was no way I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't, because I'm just not strong enough. I can't restrain someone. I can't. We went on like self-defense training, but yeah, no, I can't do that. So there'd have to be like other members of staff. But this is what I'm saying is, this is the attention. All right. They're wanting, I know that your experiences with narcissists, probably they didn't do this and they wouldn't go so extreme, but this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's to get the attention, whether it's positive or negative. Listen, they've got all the time in the world to watch you. They've got all the time in the world to study you and to understand you and to learn you, because this is what they do. This is what their mind is concerned with, or this is what their radar is about. They want to know all of your triggers, all of the things that make you tick. They want to get to know you, but not in a positive way, but in a way to be able to manipulate you, right? So this is how you got to think. They've got the time to do this. They want your attention. This for them is more valuable than love. All right. So that's why these types of people look out for people to be able to validate them, and they're going to make that happen. Oh my God, they will make this happen. Honestly, in these units, when I worked there, they didn't care whether this was going to like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They were on it. They were literally, you know what? They were like throwing chairs about. Like it, honestly, when I tell you, sometimes when their minds weren't occupied, it was a S show. You know what I mean? Okay. So the other part I wanted to talk about is evasion of responsibility. This is it, that part, the responsibility part, all right? When you take responsibility for your actions, it means that you're going to do something about them. So that's kind of like apologizing. You know, you're saying sorry for something that you have done. It means that you're going to make a change. To make a change, okay, you have to be aware of your behavior. You have to be aware of the change that you want to make. You have to be aware of something that isn't working for a person, something that you're not doing that's making or that person happy or people happy or a situation happy. So what you want to do is you want to change it for the better. You want to make a change. But we know that narcissists don't want to change because they don't want to take responsibility for their action. If you're saying sorry, you're making a stand to say that actually I'm sorry for what I have done and I want to change it, right? That's what you're doing. But the narcissist is not going to change. Why would they change? When they are getting all of this attention, they're getting all their needs met, they're manipulating you, they're lying to you. Why would they change? They're still getting attention from you. Even when they lie to you, and whether you believe the lie or not, whether it's a positive or negative, they're still getting validation from you. They're still getting your attention, aren't they? That's what they're doing. So they're not going to be changing. They're not going to be saying sorry and actually motivated to make a change. They're not going to be doing that. If they can keep you in their control for as long as possible, they're going to be doing that. Okay, that's what they're going to do. Unless, oh gosh, yeah, that went too quick. Sorry. Did anyone else realize your partner was a narc when the universe sent a narc to a different style to shock you? Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't realize at first, and it's only after, when you're seeing this behavior, you're like kind of scratching your head and thinking, hold on a minute, what's going on here? No contact is the best thing. It's nearly been 3 months now and I feel so happy, relaxed again. That's amazing, Lynn. You know, no contact, okay, gives you, right, think of it this way, right, no contact with someone gives you the brain space. It's like you're taking your brain or your mind on holiday, all right? Because at least it gives you the space to be able to think about what it is that you want. Okay, when there's someone there all the time, like literally bombarding you, with calls, or they wanting to see you, I want to explain. Ultimately, that's all the narcissist is doing. They're just gaslighting you so that you can see things from their point of view. That's what they're doing. Oh, hello, M. Singh. Don't worry that you're a bit late. We're glad that you are here. Singh has wings. You're not flying tonight, I guess. So that's good. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you for being here. So it gives you the time and the space, all right, so that you can think about things, so that you can have time for you. Okay, that's self-preservation and self-care. Okay, that's what no contact does, and it's giving you space. So it doesn't mean that you have to stay no contact for the rest of the time, but it just means that, for the time being, whilst you get your thoughts, whilst you gather your thoughts, you know what, you can just think about what it is that you want to do next. Okay. So yeah, the evasion of responsibility, that's ultimately what they are doing. They're never going to say sorry and mean it, because they don't have the motivation for change. In order for someone to change, they have to have the introspection and awareness that actually their behavior is affecting another person or other people in a negative way. So you want to motivate yourself to be able to change it so this person doesn't feel discomfort and sadness. Now, that doesn't sound like a narcissist, does it, my friends? Oh, no. That doesn't sound like a narcissist. No. Jeff says, my narc blocked me from... Hello, World Monarch. My narc blocked me from her Facebook when we got married. Her reason was because I posted too many positive things saying I was new age. She claimed she was so religious and didn't want her friends. Jeff, that is a lie, really. When you got married, she blocked you from the Facebook, probably because she didn't want her other sources of supply to see that she was married to you. I'm sorry. That really is so sad. Like, if someone did that to me, I would be sad. I'd be upset. Like, why are you hiding me? Why do you need to hide me? That's how I would think. And Jeff, bless you. You probably did think this. Mine told me, like, what I'm doing to you. I've never lied to you. You are delusional. KB, bless you, my friends. Do you know what? Again, that's turning it around, isn't it? That's turning it around onto you. That's gaslighting. That's the manipulation. I never lied to you. You must be delusional. Well, actually, if you really think about it, right? If you think about it, if someone says that to you, I never lied to you. You must be delusional. So what they're saying, okay, is that they're saying a statement and then saying that you're crazy to think that. That says to me that they were lying about you. Because why would you? If someone says, right, so if you called someone out on a lie and perhaps maybe they weren't lying to you, right, let's look at it on the other side, all right? That's not the thing that I would say. Like, we would say, okay, so I wasn't actually lying to you, like, because this is what's happened and this has happened and that's happened. I didn't lie to you. This is how I understood the situation, or this is how I understood it. I'm sorry that you think that. Like, why would you think that maybe I lied to you? Do you know, like, all of us would probably say it like that, right? But we wouldn't just go and say, I didn't lie to you, you're delusional. See what I mean? Can you see how language is very important here? Okay. So they'll make a statement. A lot of toxic people, and thank you for bringing this up. A lot of people will toxic people will make a statement and then say something negative about you. So, for example, I hit you because you made me do it, for example. So it's your fault that you got hit by this person, not that this person couldn't control their emotions, their behavior, and then they blame you for it. Can you see how this works? They say someone who is doing this, or someone who is toxic, will make a statement and then blame you for the way they said something, for the lie, or the way that they behaved. So that person is not taking responsibility. And this is what I'm saying about the evasion of responsibility. They're not taking the responsibility. They're not looking at themselves and thinking, okay, so maybe I've done something I need to possibly change because this is affecting this person negatively. KB, you know, no, he has never said sorry to me. Bless you. You know, they don't want to change. They're not interested in changing. And this is another thing that you've got to look out for. If someone has never said sorry to you, someone has never taken responsibility for their action, think about it. Like, what's that about? Like, why would someone not do that? We all make mistakes. Goodness, I'm not saying we're all perfect. God, like, you know, I make mistakes. I really make mistakes. And I'm sorry. You know, like a few weeks ago with the palm tree incident. It didn't say palm tree, it said palm. You know, like all of us would say sorry. Like, I know this. But you see, like a narcissist is not going to, because again, they don't want to show their vulnerability. They see vulnerability as weakness. Vulnerability isn't a weakness. Vulnerability is required for connection. And what do I always say about narcissists? They are so disconnected from themselves. In order for you to connect to yourself and to others, you need to be vulnerable. Okay, you need to be vulnerable. You need to allow that vulnerability to come out. And vulnerability, okay, can be your superpower. Thank you, Singh. Thank you so much, Singh. You're so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate you. He was always the victim. When he cheated on me twice, it was my fault because I was away with work all the time and he was jealous and I believed him. Bless you. Thank you for disclosing this. I know it's not always easy, but yeah, this is it. They are blaming you for their actions. And when people do this to you, this is what I'm saying. This is what you have to be aware of, regardless who it is. No one has the right to blame you for their doing. All right? It's not your fault that someone behaved in this way. It's not your fault that I sneezed. It's not your fault that this person was nasty or cheated or hit you, right? It's not your fault. Dr. Marnie, hello. Hello, my dear. Sorry, I just saw your name, literally. I saw Marnie and I was like, Marnie, hello. So glad that you could make it. Thank you so much. Just want to say, guys, Marnie has written so many books to help those of you that have been through these disastrous, awful situations. Particularly, she has done like literally a series of books that helps a lot of you be able to describe the situations and the experiences that you have been through. Please do check on my description box, or Yang, if you were able just to put the link up, I'd be really grateful for Marnie's wonderful books. Marnie has actually released a brand new book. I don't know whether it's yet. Sorry, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. Sorry, Marnie. Sorry if I'm not. But Marnie's just written an amazing new book, which will be out, I don't know when, but will be out soon. So do check back. But do check on Marnie's website. The link is in the description box. But thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, if someone is blaming you for their actions, I mean, really, this is like saying, why is it cloudy today? It's your fault. It is your fault that it is cloudy. It is cloudy in the UK. It's all of you guys' fault. You know, I need it to be sunny. You know, like, how does that sound, guys? Honestly, how does that sound? It's ridiculous, isn't it? But that is essentially what the narcissist is doing. All right? That's what they're doing. Like, hello. Another reason, my friends, this is a good one. Another reason why the narcissist is going to be in victim mentality is self-preservation. All right? All right, don't worry, Yang. Don't worry. It's on the... you can access the link in the description box. I think after the live ends, I think you can get it there. But do check it out, guys. Self-preservation. Oh, King Ming, they make you feel really guilty. Self-preservation. So think about it. It's kind of like what I was saying before, right? They have to keep face. So if they are in victim mentality, it makes you feel sorry for them. It messes with your mind, all right? So it also messes with your perception of this person, all right? So if you get to know this person, remember how first impressions are so important, my friends. So important in this life, okay? No, I'm saying don't cringe at that. You know, do you know what, guy? I was saying this before, Emsing, but I'll say it again. Look, none of us knew that these people are like this, right? If we had known, we would have run. We would have put our trainers on, opened that door, and run. Okay, all of us would. No one's going to come up to you and say, "Hi, you're gorgeous," but you know what? I'm a narcissist. No one's going to say that. Thank you, Yang. No one is going to say that to you. Or, "Hi, I'm a narcissist and I sleep with a lot of people." All right. I hope you don't mind, but I will be sleeping with people behind your back because I need the validation. I need people to make me feel good. Like, it's not going to happen. Okay. So, what they're going to do is they're going to show you a version of themselves that they think you want to see. So, they're going to be like, "Yeah, I am this person, and do you know what? I think you're amazing. You're the most beautifulest person, or the most gorgeous person I have ever seen in my life. Do you know what? I think you're my soulmate. I think I can see myself marrying you." Yeah, that's what they said. They didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to be sleeping around," all right? Because I need validation. I need all of these men or all of these women to fall in love with me or to give me this validation. Sorry, just going to say one word here. Yes, thank you, Dr. Marnie. Sixth book of the True Deceit False Love book series will be out by the end of this year. It's on setting healthy boundaries, and Anushka wrote the forward. I did. Bless you. Thank you. So setting healthy boundaries, this is really important for a lot of us to see this information. So please do check back, and it's the sixth book. I told you she's written so many. Like, you're amazing, Marnie. You're a treasure. And you're like, right? Every time, like, I kind of email you. You're like, "I've written another book." It's amazing. It's amazing, Marnie. Thank you so much for being on the live. Bless you. Hats off to you, my dear. Hats off to you. So yeah, like, they're not going to be saying all these things. They're going to be painting this amazing picture. Okay. So no one is going to really know that this person is narcissistic. It's only after time that we realize, okay? And they say all of these things. So they like gaslight, they manipulate you, they do all these things and they lie to your face. I think that's the worst thing, isn't it, guys? That person that lies to your face and you know they are lying. You know that something is not right and they lie to your face. That is the worst, all right? And then they make you think, okay, that there's something wrong with you. Like what's happened, Singh, you see? And now, even after the incident, you still feel, you feel guilty. And you believe their words. Can you see the power of words? How they are able to alter your perception. Words have power, my friends. And this is another thing that I wanted to say. Please be aware of how you speak to yourself. Okay? Please be aware of how you speak to yourself. Can you see the power of words? Words have the ability to alter your perception. Words have the power to alter your emotions. Yeah? This is what I want you to understand, all right? So think about how you speak about yourself, all right? Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, I'm sure that you've heard of it. Our ears are always listening and they're always encoding the sound. Be careful what you are listening to. Even when you say things about yourself, your ears are listening. So they don't know whether it's real or whether it's false. The brain doesn't know, okay? So, how do you speak to yourself? What are you saying? Are you saying nice things to yourself or are you putting yourselves down? Oh, yes, it was the seventh book, Dr. Money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Dennis says, isn't it tempting to use their tactics against them? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. But you won't get very far. I promise you, you won't get very far. Dennis, what will happen, all right, is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they will win. They will win. The reason for that is because they're very refined in what they do. They know what they are doing. They've done this for years. And why would you want to stoop so low, all right, to do the same thing that someone who is toxic, who is not okay? I'm trying to put this in a politically correct way. That they are not all right. And you can see that their behaviors are toxic and not very okay. They're not very, I'm trying to not use the word normal. But you guys get the gist, don't you? Okay. So what's going to happen? You do something to them, they're going to get you back twice as bad. That's fine. And you're going to get them back 4 times as bad. And then they'll get you back 8 times as hard. And we can keep going. We can keep going. But what's going to happen to someone like you is that you're going to use a lot of energy. And it is going to upset you. It's going to hurt you. At some point, it will get to you. And you will not have a positive reaction from it. And it will keep, escalating and escalating, getting worse and worse and worse. Until when is the end point? Because believe me, narcissists, they don't have a filter. They'll keep going. They will keep going until the last person is standing. And honestly, they will. They don't have filters like me or you do. They don't have emotions. Because their actions or your action, it's going to make you feel a certain way. Even if you're doing it, even if for that split second you're feeling good. Revenge on a narcissist, it's not worth it. Like, you're not doing the same thing that they have done to you. The best thing for you to do is just go. Just go. Why would you want to play in the mud when you can play in the sand? Right? Do you know what I mean? Why would you want to swim in a murky river when you can swim, in a beautiful turquoise blue ocean or sea? Thank you, Aileen. It's not worth it. Thank you, Eileen. Aspasia, hello from Greece. Hello to you too. When I matched her silent trigger, she stepped it up rapidly. She was gone shortly after. Yeah, you see? Thank you, P48. That's what I was saying. Like, no contact and not engaging with people like that actually works. Look, you got to understand that these people, all right, this is what I was saying. Manipulation, attention, okay, validation. All right, all of these things requires some sort of action from you. So in order for them to manipulate you, they need your action. They need your input, all right? In order for them to get validation from you, they need your input. To get attention from you, they need your input. To get power over you or control, they need your input. Do you see where I'm going with this? Without you, they can't have any of this. So they need you to validate them, to give them all of this, okay? So how about you take away something that they really need? And you know what that is? Your attention, your validation. No contact will really annoy them. When you ignore them, that will annoy them. Think about it, because that's what they want from you. Isn't it? That's just literally, that's their needs getting met. Take it away. Don't give it to them. Don't give this person what they want. You will have control over that person. All right? That's how you do it. That's the only way. So when they are smearing you, and I know this is hard, my dear. I know it's hard. Take a step back. You know what? Because it will show that it's not affecting you. Whatever they are doing is not affecting you. And what that also means is that they will get bored and then they will tend to move on. That's why this tactic works. Listen, you are not dealing with someone who is healthy and happy. There is obviously something wrong with this person. So you have to play the game a little bit differently. What are you going to do? Engage in their mind games? What's the point? And think about it, right? Also, even after the narcissist has left, they will leave their mark on you. Meaning that if you are negative about yourself, you've got this negative self-talk going on, okay? And it's fear-based. That's what I'm saying. They're leaving their mark on you. They're leaving their residue of energy on you. Each person does do this. So this is why I always say, be careful be careful the company that you keep or which people that you hang around with, because their energy does rub off on you. And it does. So it's very important for you to really think of this in different terms, because you're not playing the game with an ordinary person here. It's different. So you have to play with a different set of rules. All right? And in order for you to preserve your energy and not be affected by this person even after they have gone, because you know that energy residue can last for years. If you don't know, if you don't understand this in a different way, okay, you're going to keep playing the same games. You're going to keep playing this. You're going to be looping with this person. You're going to be looping. So you need to rise above this. You need to step above this in order for you to understand this in a different way. So then this person cannot have control and power over you, power over your emotions and your thoughts. All right? Because this person's energy is strong and they will make you feel guilty. They will draw you back in. They will. You're right, King Ming. They will come back to look for your validation whenever they need to. That's right, Crypto Rose. You're right. Put up an emotional firewall. Bill says, I never felt peace around them. Yeah. This is true. Simply Cat says, if I had stayed, I'd have to deal with an alcoholic husband in the future who has an abusive parent. I realise that there is a pattern with him. It's always the ex-girlfriend's fault. Yeah, of course it is. Always. Fatherless is the disease, Bruno. Yeah, issues with fathers. This causes this behavior. Absolutely, Michelle. Children in adults' bodies. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Eric, I'm sorry. They've stolen from you. This is not good. Kami says, what advice would you give whenever I see him so he can see his kids? I don't want to talk to him at all, but I need to get the passport for my youngest. Okay, so KB, what I would say to you, okay, so remember, what advice would you give whenever I do see him so he can have his kids? All right, so remember, this is about the children, all right? So allow them to have this relationship with their father. I know. I'm saying this with gritted teeth, and I completely understand that this is not okay, but it's their relationship with their father. Unfortunately, you are a separate entity to this. And I know what I'm saying is not easy to hear. But look, you can pretend just for that split second or that minute or two when he is there. But what you have to be is not give any emotional information. You just have to be pleasant. Treat it like a business interaction. Don't ignore him. If he asks you, hi, how are you? You're like, yeah, good. You don't need to ask how he is because you don't care. So just all you got to do is just answer yes or no, one-worded answers, but have a smile on your face. Don't show him that you're annoyed. Don't show him that it's getting to you. Everything's good. Everything's okay. You're really happy that he's left. You're really happy that he's gone. Don't show. This is what I mean. Don't give any information about you away. He'll read your behavior, and he'll read perhaps maybe if you've said something, if you're ignoring him, he will see this as validation. He will see it that you're annoyed or something has got to you. He'll be happy. He'll be really happy that you're not all right. Okay, so just blank. Yeah, I'm good. And so that the children see that you're interacting with the father. There's not anything strange. They will see it in time. The children will see it. Okay? Bless you. I hope that helps. Whenever I start ruminating, I imagine a tombstone, her name on it. Sounds morbid, but it works. Bless you, P48. Oh, Stuart says Ian says that he will dig a hole if you need. Hello, thank you, and hello, and happy healing to Jan. Oh, Anushka's follows. Much love and light to you all. It does get better. Keep watching the videos and reading. Oh, thank you, Marnie. Thank you. Thank you. Nor says, why do he tell me his new person and X results he why do he tell me to his new persons and sex results he had with them? No, bless you, my dear. I know this can get annoying and really upsetting. It's triangulation, isn't it? It's triangulation, but also to make you feel jealous. Please look above this. Is probably most of it is all lies or probably like over embellished. Do you know what, Nor? Don't get sucked in too much to what they are saying. Who knows what's real and what's not? Okay, that's what I would say to you. Annette says, I'm in a relationship with a narcissist trying to leave. Oh, bless you, Annette. Listen, do you know what the best thing is that you've realized that you're like, I need to go. That is the hardest realization, the hardest thing, but you've done it, okay? You've done it. Daniel, thank you so much. Thank you. Life is too short to try and figure out a narcissist. We don't think like they do. Move forward and don't look back. Stay strong, survivors. I love this. This is such an empowering message. Thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate your donation and your lovely message. Guys, honestly, move forward and don't look back. Stay strong. Okay, stay strong, everybody. You got this. It's gonna be fine. Oxford, bless you, my dear. Thank you. Oh, hoovered for a solid year now. When rage fills me for all the abuse I survived, my payback is knowing that they live in their own personal misery and hell. Yeah, that's exactly it, Oxford. You got to think, why are they still hoovering you? Just let me go. I don't want to. I'm not interested. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. Okay, so this is what I mean. This is exactly it. Payback is knowing that they live in their own personal hell. And they do. They do. Think about it. For a narcissist in their minds, right? You know, like all the things that I've said, the manipulation, the attention, the validation, the self-preservation, the control, the power. Look at what they have to do. Look at what they have to like figure out. God, honestly, look at what they have to do just to get validation from someone. I mean, really, like seriously, look at all of these things that they have to do. Like that would drive me insane. Like if I had to do all of that, seriously, I'd be tired. I'd be napping like 6 times a day. Yeah, honestly, that would like literally make my brain set on fire. Because none of this stuff, none of their behavior is natural, is it? Having to get control over someone, having to manipulate someone. It isn't normal human behavior or healthy human behavior, is it, my friends? And this all comes from a fragile sense of self. That's where it all comes from. Because they're constantly needing reassurance. That's what's going on. Thank you, Oxford. Lovely, John. Yes, stay in the light. Stay in the light. See it for what it really is. Honestly, like, do you know what, guys? You just got to take a step back. Because I know that a lot of us, all right, a lot of us are on different stages of this healing journey, right? Some of us are still in the relationship. Some of us are thinking about leaving. Some of us have left. Some of us got no contact. Some of us are like a year, 2 years. Look, at the end of the day, what is important is that you have left, you've gone, and that you have realized that this person is toxic and that they are not okay. All right? And you, on some level, know that this person is not healthy and that they operate from a very strange way of being, right? It's it's almost tiring. You've seen it. You've seen it, haven't you? You know, you understand it. And at the bottom of all of this lays insecurity, because they never felt secure. They don't actually like themselves. Okay, they don't have a self-esteem. And all of this that they're showing you is toxic. It's not real. It's an illusion. And that's what you've got to understand. In life, all right, you will be presented with a lot of illusion, with a lot of overlays, things that people want you to see, things that, I mean, I don't want to go into this because I know that I can't talk much about this, but even look at what's happening in our world, in our society today. There is a lot of overlay. There's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of false beliefs that we were made to believe. Thank you so much, everybody that has liked. Thank you for your 150 likes. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So there's a lot of overlay in our society. Things are not what they seem, right? So it's quite a narcissistic I can't say the word. I can't say it. It's a very narcissistic world that we live in. That's the word I could think of. Sorry. It's a very narcissistic society. And the people that are in power, okay, these overlays. The narcissist does the same. Illusions. Isn't it funny that these people have to work so hard, okay, for you to see things that are not true? They have to work so hard on making you believe the lies. Because inside here, you know they are lies. You know that something needs some counter brainwashing. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miroslav. I really appreciate that. You see how this person has to work so hard on making you believe the lie, when you in your heart know that it's not true. You know because you feel it. And that is what I want you to really realize, is that all of us, even though we're at different stages of our recovery, at that point, we listened to our intuition. Our gut is not wrong. Okay, we listened to that, yeah? And it helped us to get out of something, or it's leading us in the right direction. To go back is to literally kill yourself. To be with these people who have no care or interest about you. All they care about is themselves. To be around this toxic energy that is literally poisoning you to death. That is what you've got to remember. That is what is happening here. This person works so hard on making you believe the lie. Who does that? Why can't you be your real self? Because if they were their real selves, you would have put those trainers on, you would have opened that door and you would have run. That's why. That is why. So even though these people did control you, even though they had power over you, even though they manipulated you, that's fine, because you saw through it, because you knew, you trusted your heart, you knew, you saw it. And I know that that wasn't the end of the journey. I know that it's difficult moving forward. It's hard to get over someone who you once loved, who you once trusted, who you wanted a future with. And now they've gone. Now it's a different future. Now there's different things that you have to kind of understand and put into perspective in your life. But isn't that better than being in this poison? Because that's what toxicity is, isn't it? Toxic. It's poisonous to our system. So you really have to put yourself first. You see, these people want to take you down. All right? They want to gain control over you. And they want you to believe what they want you to believe. So they want This is what gaslighting is. It's altering someone's perception of reality. Again, who does that? Okay. So where I'm going with this is, even though these people put so much energy and effort into lying to your face, you got through it. Yeah? Never argue with someone who believes their own lies. You can't win. Perfect. Yang, seriously, we really need to do these t-shirts. We really do. We're going to have to rewatch all of the lives, Yang, to get the slogans and to get... Anushka, look how many people are easy pickings to become flying monkeys, and that's an issue to itself. Yeah, you're right, P48. It's true. Because these people don't see through it. They don't understand it. Okay, when you're not connected to yourself, okay, when you don't trust your intuition, you're going to believe what someone says. Because they are easy, like you said, they are easily manipulated. And the narcissist will look for people like this. They made a mistake with you. They thought that you were going to stay in the dark. Not with every single one of you. Look where you are now. You are bettering yourself. You have seen through the stupid illusion, the stupidness that they have showed you. And again, that wasn't politically correct, but sorry about that, guys. But you know what I mean, right? Yes, and mugs, Ian. We need to do the mugs and the t-shirts. Yeah? So you saw through it because they thought you weren't going to, but you did. So the flying monkeys stay. And that's how the narcissist manipulates and controls them. You're not going to stay weak where you're going to be manipulated and controlled. No. You have to learn to be yourself. Stand in your own true authenticity. Okay? Be sovereign. That's how you got to do this. Oh, bless you, Oxford. Because you've got to see through it. You've got to move forward in your life. Life is always fluid. It's always moving. The worst thing you can do is to stay stuck, stay stagnant, stay stuck in a situation that is not working for you. Life doesn't stay still. We always evolve. All right? We age. We don't stay looking like when we were 20, do we? Or when we were 30. No, or when we were 15. It's always moving. That's what life is. It's fluid. So we have to keep moving. We have to keep evolving. We have to keep bettering ourselves. We need to keep educating ourselves. Education, knowledge is power. Keep working on our mindsets, on our thoughts. How are you speaking to yourself? I know I talked about this earlier, but how are you speaking to yourself? Are you positive? Do you feel your mind, or do you talk to yourself in a positive way? And I know this is not easy. I know sometimes it's not easy because I don't always do it. Or even 40, Oxford, bless you, yes. We don't look like when we were 40, bless you. So how are we speaking? How do we talk to ourselves? Yeah? Because honestly, your ears are listening. Even when you say something, even if you're thinking it like, oh, my bum looks big in this. Oh, I can't wear this because I don't look good. Oh, who do I think I am? I can't do this. Yes, you can. Who's told you that you can't? Where's the proof that you can't? You're telling yourself this. And I know it's hard because honestly, believe it or not, guys, I'm not always 100% positive. I don't always think this. I don't always say this. I have bad days. I do. I have bad days. Yang knows about this. Anyway, and so sometimes there will be times where you can't see past this. But you've got to do things that will help you move forward from this. All right? Are you listening to the podcast? Are you listening to the music? Do you remember I talk about this music every time, guys? The megahertz, the 432 and 528 megahertz. This is healing resonance. This is healing music. These are frequencies that you need to heal. Are you doing your meditations, my friends? This music you can use as meditation. Yeah? Because this really helps. Okay, this really helps with your healing journey to elevate. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently, all different ones. And it really helps to put your frame of mind in a different way of thinking. Thank you, Oxford. Yes, yeah. Laurie, my dear, you've got to keep working. This is what I keep saying. We've got to keep working. We've got to keep evolving. Because again, if we stay stuck, if we allow these thoughts to swallow us, we will stay stuck. And this isn't our lives, all right? We have to keep evolving, okay? Long walk with doggies does me good. Yes, the dogs. Yes, pets, dogs. All of this really helps. Yes. Oh my God, Catty Kent. He carved my name into his chest. 180 stitches and told me I've ruined his life. Mate, you did this to yourself. You didn't, Katie, you didn't. You know, again, this is evasion of responsibility, and it's blaming you for what he done to himself. The illusion, it's not true. We do have to, yes, P48, we have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn to be, you know, like our own best friends. We've got to learn to stick up for ourselves. We've got to protect ourselves. This is why boundaries is so important, okay? And good that Marnie's written this book, because it's all about boundaries, your self-worth, your confidence, your self-esteem. You know, just one thing, just something for you to consider is when you were born onto this earth, when you grew into being a child, you had confidence, you had self-esteem. But somewhere along the line, it was broken down or it was taken from you. So your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth is your birthright. And now it's in there within each and every one of you. You now have to access it. You have to get it back. Because look, if you are not going to stick up for yourself, if you are not going to love yourself, there's no one out there that's going to do it for you. Honestly, that's the crap bit about it. That is, no one is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And again, you deserve it. Why would you not deserve to do this for yourself? This is your birthright. Okay? This is what is part of you leveling up. Remember, this is all about how you think about yourself. This is about your mindset. This is about cognitive restructuring, all right? When you cognitively restructure something, okay, what you do is you have to go back in time and you have to look at that thing, okay? Because when you go back in time into your memories, you've got the actual event of what happened. And you've got your perception of what happened. And probably for most of us, we were children at the time when this happened. So we didn't understand some of the things. Maybe we didn't understand a lot of things. Okay. So when we've gone back in time, we've attached certain meanings. Remember, we as humans, we attach meanings to things. Okay. This is what makes things important. But we also, as a result, attach emotion to this. So meanings and emotions, okay, go hand in hand. So when we react to things, when we think about things, what we're doing is we are coming from a place of maybe not knowing the full story, coming from our child self, our interpretation of what we have made about that certain thing. So for example, if we don't think much about ourselves, or if our self-esteem is not great, then this is something that has come from childhood, something that wasn't actualized, something that didn't feel right, or maybe our caregivers or our parents didn't make us feel good in that moment or at that time, which is why we then have developed this belief about ourselves. But remember, these self-beliefs, again, they come from childhood, they come from an interpretation or a perception, you know, from childhood. So we saw these things or understood these things as a child. Again, there's meaning and emotion that are attached to this. I encourage you, this is really good for for journaling. And I don't know, I'm not trying to advertise the journal club, but these are the things that I kind of talk about in the journal club, for you to actually maybe go back and think, when was the last time, someone someone had put you down, or when was the time that someone maybe had put you down or made you feel not good about yourself? Where was that? Okay. And I encourage you to access that memory. Maybe it was when you were a child. Maybe something had happened that made you didn't feel good about you. Oh, bless you, Laurie. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Rejection still hurts deeply. Reminds me I am not good enough. It hurts. But you see, even like you, Laurie, like this, remember, where is this rejection? Because actually, it wasn't a rejection. Actually, he set you free. Actually, he's made you like literally have a new chapter in your life. He's done you a favor. But what happens is our heart sees this as rejection, and it makes you feel like you're not good enough, like this person has rejected you, this person has said all these nasty things to you or made you feel a certain way. Remember, this is the illusion. Okay, this made you feel a certain way. Pete, don't repeat. Thank you. Communication to self is a seed for self-love. Absolutely. Water the seed in an obedience and structure to listen to what feels good and powerful. Thank you so much for that validation. You're absolutely right. And this is why I really wanted to bring this to this live is how we speak to ourselves, the communication to ourselves. How do we nurture that? How do we feel about ourselves? Because honestly, this is the most important thing. If we stick up for ourselves, if we look after ourselves, all right, this is really important for us to, reconstruct our mindset, reconstruct the way that we think. When we do that, our perception of our life, perception of things completely changes. We don't stay stuck. Because remember, you're not the same person that you were 6 months ago, a year ago. You weren't the same person that met the narcissist back in the day. Right? You weren't that person. You're completely changed right now. So this is a new version of you. All right. And in order for you to keep evolving, to keep moving forward, because remember, life is fluid. This is about you. Keep working on yourself. Are you reading the books? Are you helping you, okay, to learn, to go forward? Or are you staying stuck in the same old thinking patterns, doing the same thing on repeat? I was just thinking of that song, Rinse, Repeat. Oh, I can't remember it. It was like this house song. I can't remember. There was a saying, isn't it? It's a saying or a song or something like that. I can't think of it right now. But doing the same thing on repeat all the time, feeding your mind with negative thoughts. I'm not good enough. They left me. My life is really hard right now. I can't pay the bills. I can't do this. I'm finding things really difficult. Whilst this may be your reality right now, because you're programming your mind, you're seeing it as that. All right. But how about changing that perspective? And this is for you, Laurie, as well. How about changing that perspective? Bob, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bob. I really appreciate it, my dear. Hi, gang from Wisconsin. I'm late, but I look forward to these lives every week. 4 years no contact. Oh my God. Hats off to you, Bob. 4 years. Guys, you see? No contact is possible. Each and every one of you can do this. Bob, thank you and welcome to the live. I really appreciate you being here. Yes, Dion, you will never ever be that person. So none of us will. None of us will be that person. Okay? So as I was saying, okay, yeah, you're seeing this perspective. You're seeing this right now. But isn't life all about perspective and the way that you see things? Okay? Isn't this about how you feed your mind and what you tell yourself, why don't you see it as, I have escaped something that was actually killing me. I am now going to do the best that I can to nourish my body, my soul. I'm going to get down to the gym and I'm going to get rid of this cortisol that is in my body. I'm going to put time and effort into working on myself. I'm going to rediscover new interests and habits that maybe I've forgotten about. Something that maybe I could do as a side hustle. Something that I can maybe, generate passive income from. Because each and every one of you can do that. I know that a lot of you have full-time jobs. I get it. I understand. But you can also generate income on the side that will help you, okay, to be able to become financially free. For example, why don't you put your time and energy into researching things like that? Hobbies, exactly, hobbies. Why are we thinking about, oh, my life is so hard, this is so difficult, this is it, I can't do this? No. Where are you going to put your focus and attention to? Because energy flows where attention goes. I think I've got that saying right, I don't know. Yang says you can achieve anything in life. All you have to do is be a believer. Never let negative thoughts cloud your mind. Yeah, exactly. Put your best foot forward so that you can succeed. The journey is never an easy one. Exactly. Thank you, Yang. But do you not feel like you're worth it? Do you not feel like you are worth putting the time and energy and effort into it? Exactly. Because no one will do this for you. If you're going to be staying stuck thinking about how awful your life is, that you can't do this, you're a survivor. You've got to go forward in life. You know what my dad always used to say to me? And I'll do the accent because then it will help in what I'm trying to say. My dad always used to say to me, Anushka. I'll be like, yeah, Dad. He'll be like, if they throw you out of the door and they say no, you know what you have to do? I'll be like, what, Dad? He'd say, you climb in through the window and you try again. I'll be like, okay, Dad. Because as a kid, I didn't understand it. But what he was trying to say is you got to keep trying. You've got to keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. That's the message here. Don't give up on yourself. If they throw you out of the door, just climb in through the window. That's what he used to say to me. And I don't know why this has always stuck to me. And it's made me think life isn't easy. Although it should really be. But life is for experiencing. And you have to have the negative with the positive. Like there is light and there is dark. There is this polarity, the yin and the yang. Okay, that's always there. There's polarity. Female, male. Up, down, left, right, So sometimes, thank you, Zoe. Thank you so much. Sometimes, okay, life is going to be difficult. Life is going to be hard at that moment, but it's trying to teach you something. Remember, it's no accident that these people have come into your life. They've come in to teach you something. All right, I know. It's not what we want to hear, but these people have come into our lives for our growth. All right, thank you, Midnight Blue. Oh, Eric, yeah, it's true. He was used to say this to me. But yeah, it can be difficult at times, but it's about how you construct your mindset, how you see things. Is about perspective. And remember, energetically as well, if you are always constantly negative, you're going to be on a low vibrational frequency. And that's all about fear, hate, jealousy. And that's what you're going to be seeing all around you. And that's crap, isn't it? No one wants to be there because it's not easy. There's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of depression. You're always constantly pushing against something because it's not working. You're always being negative. So what you're doing is you're lowering your vibration. Your energy is always low. You probably even feel tired all the time. And the caffeine is not kicking it because it's not that you're feeling tired. it's a low energy state. It feels bad. It feels heavy. It feels like you've got 7 rucksacks filled with stones. Okay? Thank you, David. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. I really appreciate it. Yang says it can be storming right now in your life, but remember, it can't rain forever. This is brilliant. Honestly, this is brilliant. This really needs to go on t-shirts, Yang. We really need to do this. We need to get our act together. Thank you. You guys are really welcome. You're welcome, Laurie. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. So it's your birthright to be happy. It is your birthright to move forward. It is your birthright to live a fulfilling life, to be happy. And no one can do this unless you do this for you. Okay? So put yourself forward. Don't look at the past because there's nothing there for you. All you've got is right now, this moment. You're not even going to see yesterday. Like it's never going to be Monday, November the 6th, 2023. It's never going to be that day ever again. You have now and you have the future. So whatever you do now is going to shape your future. Don't give up on yourselves. Keep going forward. The hardest thing is to navigate those thoughts, to navigate that mind. It's hard, but it's not impossible. And it is challenging, but it's not impossible. And you got to do this for you. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay stuck in this prison. And it's crap, isn't it? It's not great. You know? So, keep going forward, my friends. Remember that narcissists, well, they're always going to have these toxic behaviors, thoughts. You know what? This is another thing. Look at them as an example of someone that you don't want to be, someone that you don't want to live that reality. Because yeah, they try to kind of put that and emanate that onto you, but you don't want to be that. Okay, honestly, as you guys know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be them. So see that as an example of someone that you don't want to be and someone that you don't want in your life. Honestly, you can deal without all of that negativity. Oh, guys, I really hope that this live has helped. I know that we go on different tangents in these lives, and I love the fact that, you know, like we all have this great connection with one another, you know, and I really hope that the information, you know, in this live will help you to think a different way, or help kind of, you know, like construct your thoughts, or give you ideas and inspiration for you guys to move forward. Listen, just because they were in your life doesn't mean that it is the end. Actually, it's a beautiful beginning for you guys to move forward and go forward. And actually, you've got an opportunity to reconstruct your life to the way that you want it. Okay? The way that you want it, or the way that you've always wanted. It's your birthright. It's your desire. What is your dream? Where do you want to be in a year's time or 2 years' time? This is what you've got to think about. How are you going to make that happen? What are you going to do tomorrow to bring your dream alive? What can you do? Okay, so if you guys want more inspirational content or want to connect with community, it's kind of like this. If you guys want the lives or this kind of setup during the week, because it's really nice to connect and talk with others, I would say come on over to Discord. Yang, please, Yang, put the link. And Yang writes these amazing newsletters that are full of inspirational content, things that will help keep you on the right path. Yang also offers coaching and sessions. He's got availability, because I don't always have that. But if you want to work with Yang, please do go over to Discord. Join the Discord, because he does do these weekly newsletters that honestly, it's like this information that I'm talking about here on the live, that you've got it in written format, so you can download it And you can read it at your own leisure, and you've got this information all the time, absolutely free. It's free, you know. So come on over to Discord. There's the link in the chat as well, but it's also, those of you that can't access the chat, it's in the description box as well. The Discord is an amazing community, and it's people, like-minded individuals, people who have gone through the same thing you do, and it's a great peer support. I can't believe it's the time already, so I know I do have to kind of wrap this up. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here. I know that you guys are very supportive of one another, and I honestly, like, I read the comments and I read the chat. I just think you guys are amazing, and I'm so glad that this is such a beautiful space for all of you to feel safe and be able to kind of share these thoughts and ideas. I know this is a public space, but I really hope that the information on the lives has given you some thought and some inspiration and empowerment as well, that your life can get better and it can be really amazing. So guys, I will be back with Yang next Tuesday. We'll be here for another live. Do check back on, I usually put the titles up, or we usually put the titles up over on the weekend. Do check the community tab. What else? I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I've forgotten the title, obviously. What else? And guys, I really hope that you have a really amazing week. Thank you for being here. Live your best lives, because that's what we're here for, to live an amazing life. And I'll see you all next week. See you. Bye-bye.